Will we have to cut any of this?
I don't think this is going to air.
Well, it's arguing with Tom and Jerry. Arguing.
I'm Tom.
I'm Jerry.
Arguing with Tom and Jerry. Arguing.
He's Tom.
And he's Jerry.
I think yours is pretty good, but
It sounds like
yeah,
a phone though, whereas yours doesn't. Yours sounds like Terry Gross. You sound just like Terry Gross, and I sound like the guy that she's interviewing who's like in Beirut.
on fresh air.
This is Jerry, and this is Fresh Air. On tonight's Fresh Air, we're going to talk to the leading queer filmmaker in Beirut. Well, Terry, I do what I can, but it's hard to be a queer filmmaker in Beirut.
How does that differ from, say, being a gay filmmaker in Beirut?
Well, queer's different.
Oh, I know. It's one of the letters.
The Q, I think, means that like you might like kind of, I don't know. I think you might be a little bit more like flamboyant or something. It might be even less about like the sexuality than it is just about the lifestyle.
Yeah, because gay just means happy.
Gay just means happy. Those are the gay people, the happy people. You got the lesbian people, you got the happy people, and you got the queer people who are just
You don't
they're
get to
different.
just you don't get to just change definitions of things. You know, like you don't just get to all of a
Yes,
sudden
yes, you don't.
take a rainbow and all of a sudden it means something different. I mean, kids forever have loved drawing rainbows, and now all of a sudden, well, it's kind of funny because we've been talking about Judaism a lot, and
Uh-huh.
for the non-Jew who's interested in Judaism and like think that they're going to pursue that route or something, the first thing they'll be told is you don't need to convert. You just be a Noahide, and here's the seven Noahide laws that you keep, and they're just like basic things that like any normal society would have. Like you don't murder, you don't steal. There's basic things. But the whole symbol for the Noahide movement has been the rainbow, because Noah, the
Oh, okay,
water
okay.
settled, and then there's a rainbow, and God said, "I'll never do that again."
Right.
But now it means,
Maybe they should have chosen a boat, is what I'm thinking. The Noahides. And so maybe they should just like kind of like give this one up and let the LGBTQ community have the rainbow, and maybe they can just have a boat on their flag. A really big boat. We'll have a really, really big boat maybe on our flag. A boat so big that you could fit all of the male and female dinosaurs, all of the male and female jungle animals, all of the male and female forest animals, all of the male and female prairie animals, all the male and female birds, all
you
of
could
the
just
male
keep
and
going.
female fishes, like all of those things.
Friday night, you got the bass bumping.
Yeah, I got the bass bumping. It's Freaky Friday. It's Funkadelic Friday at Tom's house, dude. I'm listening to the People Under the Stairs. For all you youngins out there, that's some 1990s hip hop when the hip hop was the best, just like the rock and roll was the best. I
And the
see that it's
country.
I see that it's Funkadelic Friday at Jerry's house too. It it's where it's Gates shirt Friday, dude. Barbecue Friday. I'm gonna wear my barbecue shirt and we're gonna eat some ribs for lunch.
You
You know
heard.
what they say? You know what they say at Gates Barbecue, don't you?
How may I help you?
How may I help you? If you walk in the door, you got to know what you're gonna order. They ain't giving you any fucking time to be like him hawing about whether or not you're gonna get fries or rings or
Yeah, I had
wings or
someone.
ribs.
I took too long one time, and the lady said, "Do you need a special invitation?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right,
I
dumbass.
said, "No, ma'am. Give me the burn ends."
What else? What else is shaking, Jerry?
I was remembering a cute little thing
Mm-hmm.
from a pre.
That was fucking that was I don't know.
I was remembering a quaint little thing that happened in a previous job. I worked with a guy who, at his previous job, he worked on a construction crew, and there was an older fella who worked on
Yeah.
that crew, and he was from a different state, like Louisiana or something like that. And this guy's up in Alaska. I think he worked for his dad. And the kids in those days, they would say "right on" oftentimes, you know, just throughout the day. Like somebody'd be like, "Yeah, I'll cut the 2x4s," and they'd be like "right on." And this guy, he heard it so often that he thought he would start trying to say it, but he thought they were saying "right arm" every time. So he
Yeah.
was he was always saying "right arm."
What was he supposed to be saying? I'm sorry, I like got distracted.
Ask me a question, or no, just tell me something. Tell me what you're going to do tomorrow.
Hey, what were you planning on doing tomorrow, old man at the construction site?
No, okay. Um, well, I'm gonna cut the 2x4s and build the headers. What are you gonna do?
Why are you looking at me like that, dude? You got a problem with me?
Right arm. Kind of went like that.
Okay, I got it. That was just like kind of rote like answer for anything.
Like instead of saying right on,
Oh,
right
he
on.
said right arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of saying,
Hey, you know what my old boss told me? Better slow learner than not at all.
yeah,
That's what he
I'm a
told me.
big fan of that. Better
Me
late
too.
than never is big in my
Right arm, dude.
philosophy.
Right arm, man. Right arm.
Right arm.
Yeah, right arm.
I love
It
that.
would be. It's kind of quaint and a little bit endearing
Mm-hmm.
if it were somebody like who was a not a native English speaker, and you just kind of let it go, and it's like one of those little things, and then it becomes maybe a thing where everybody says it.
Yeah,
Like
but
right
the
arm,
thing,
dude, right arm. Like
I don't think he was from another country. I
the
don't think it was a
little
language barrier. He
the
was an
the
English
stupid
speaker.
the stupid old man English speaker who didn't understand right arm, Jerry, and then Jerry and all the other like people who maybe are in on the joke, like yeah, right arm, Tex, right arm, you got it, buddy.
I think it's hilarious. Cracks
It
me
is
up.
hilarious. It That's good. I'm glad that you used to have a job. Did they used to fight about women on the job site there? You think?
I have no idea. Never
Do
heard.
you think it? Do you think it's funny, like when people fight about women, like
I mean,
friends, maybe friends fighting about women?
we're like high school kids or something.
It could be some grown ass men, dude. Grown ass men fight about them too.
Like, I don't appreciate the way you're talking about my wife.
Yeah, or like I don't think it's right that you took Sally out to dinner, without me knowing. I'm working the graveyard shift, and come to find out, you and Helen are having coffee.
I
You
had
know,
eyes. I had eyes on Helen.
you got eyes on Helen. You got eyes on my woman. I think it's funny. I mean,
I've
people
never.
fight
I've
about.
never been part of that. That's never been a
What
thing.
about? Did they fight about men on the job site? Then
I Not like that. Not
it's like
these
I don't
guys.
like. They're like I don't think it's right that I used to go out to lunch with old Tex, and now old Tex never goes out to lunch with me anymore. He always goes out to lunch with you, and then old Tex is like standing over there, like just kind of looking at the conversation. And he's like, right arm, dudes.
Yeah, that's kind of like a. I think that's more like a Hollywood idea. That doesn't
Yeah,
exist in real life.
it doesn't.
I
There
don't
are.
think so. I doubt it. I don't know.
Oh yes, there are.
I
There's
mean,
some construction worker somewhere who's like
I don't think
watching,
they're not going to let
watching,
you
watching his
know. They're
buddy
just
like
doing it for a job and probably want to get along,
just like
Seriously doubt it. I have never run into that.
a pretty manly environment. You're saying, like
Y-
hetero, manly, Trumpy fucking environment. So
Well, you know, politics. Not. I mean, I don't think that's fair.
okay, okay, but they might be though. You might be on the construction job site and might be. Look at the knockers on that bitch,
So that's
like
acceptable.
that,
That'd be yeah, that'd be
right? That'd
expected.
be okay. But if I say I'm the new guy at the job site or on the crew, and I roll up like the foreman is like, "Hey guys, I know we've been shorthanded. I got a new guy just just moved here from Nogales. I interviewed him yesterday. Got a lot of experience. He's an ace. He's an ace. He's a master carpenter. Been building homes down in Nogales for the last 10 years. And his name's Chester. He's going to be here this morning. So I want y'all to welcome him with open arms. And then Chester comes rolling up in his Ford F-150 with a big toolbox on the back, like, and the rainbow flag kind of comes
Hmm.
to a halt like that, and Chester gets out, and then what happens? Boys, I was talking with the governor, and she said we got to have a little bit more diversity, equity, and inclusion on the job site. I want you to
Uh,
meet your new coworker,
Chester.
Chester.
That that that's a stereotype, right?
Yeah, what you're presenting is a stereotype of the foreman.
Yeah.
Will we have to cut any of this?
I don't think this is going to air.
Okay. I don't. I mean,
I mean, we're
I
not
don't.
here to offend people.
I am not here to offend people. I'm just here to have fun.
I'm just here to have fun too. And I
I was
bet
thinking about all these stupid heterosexuals
I
that I
bet
keep
people,
running
well, you
into.
don't have to just hate, you know, equally hate.
Oh, that's a good point. You know how much I love all of the different people.
You don't
I
have to
was.
be, you know, fake. I bet people of all persuasions, I know it's hard. I bet people of all persuasions,
Uh huh.
you name it, the differences we all have, I think everyone loves to laugh.
That's what I was
And
trying to
and
say. I was
think,
just trying to
everyone
have
likes to
fun.
think and find humor in everyday things, you know? Straight from the bottle, huh? No shot glass.
Um. Yeah, but I feel like the comedy tradition has it's fairly accepted that you can make fun and
You
you might
have to
make
be able to.
right.
You have to be able to.
I'll make fun of some white men. It's all good. Make fun of them all the time. I would actually venture to say that 90% of the gags that we've talked about on our 120 episodes over the last 7 years have been about white men primarily.
Hmm.
Right? We talk about the stupid Jerrys. Most of them are white men. We talk about Elon Musk. He's a white man, a South African, by the way. About the
Yeah.
whitest kind of man you can have. Um, I don't know. I'd have to go through my notes. Bing Crosby. We had that whole episode about Bing Crosby. He's a white guy. Hamburgers. Those are white guy things.
Hmm.
Technology. That's a white guy thing. Procrastination. That's a white guy thing. Sarcasm. The Civil War. Australian prostitutes. Those are. I mean, these are all white guy things.
You name
And
it, we've covered it.
most of them have been like poking fun at white guys. So I'm just going to say, like, I don't know that we need to cut a bunch of the episode, like, trying to like walk some sort of tightrope or kowtow to.
Yeah, try to wash it of yeah.
I'm not
Hey,
going to subscribe to the narrative.
if you want to get into race, where do you come
I'd like
down
to
on
get in the race. I've been trying to get in the race for a long time, man.
where do you come down on sports teams with you know, like cool, tough, hardcore Native American references, you know?
Like the Cowboys.
Well, like people, you know, wanting to ban change the names if it's in reference to Native Americans in some way. And it's usually it seems like it's white people, being all holier than thou and pushing to get rid of these things. And I say let the natives vote. What if they think they're super cool? You know, the Chiefs thing isn't even, you got an arrowhead, yeah, but
It says nope.
I
You know
think
who I
that's
got that from? You
I
know who
think
I
it's
got that from?
no.
I got that from Chief Tonganoxie out at Arrowhead Stadium. He was marching against the Chiefs, using the Chiefs as a name and banging on a drum and doing this. He said, "Our people can no longer tolerate the exploitation and appropriation
I don't believe
of
it.
our ancestors." And he
I would
said,
want to see
"I
him
would
in a
like for you to
boat.
wear this button for the rest of your life."
Now we drink them. Did you guys drink some fire water?
Like the when we,
You became
he,
blood brothers?
yeah, we became blood brothers.
I say you let the natives vote on this. Get ballots out in every reservation where
Yeah,
any place that they are,
yeah,
and only natives get to vote on it. And not
uh-huh.
like Elizabeth Warren type natives, but real natives. And if they say they're offended, get rid of it. But if they think it's cool and it's a representation of their existence, who is to say otherwise?
I agree, and I tend to think that names wouldn't change. I there's an exception maybe. I feel like the Redskins maybe was a step too far.
I don't know
Like
that emblem. He looks cool.
no, but
He
they were
looks
called
stoic and
the
respectable.
Redskins.
Yeah,
I mean, they're really not red.
redder
I mean,
than,
the people aren't red.
well, I know they don't, black people aren't black.
Right.
I'm not
That's what I
white.
mean. Right. And so if you had like the Harlem Blackskins as a
You
basketball team,
remember when you were a kid and you got your crayons out and there was a flesh crayon that was
mm-hmm.
for white people flesh only?
Peach. Yeah. Yeah. I'm Peach.
This is the proper color of flesh.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Uh, anyway,
I'm glad I got that off my chest. It's been bothering me for years.
well, I'd rather they still be the Cleveland Indians, and I'd rather that type of thing. But the
And
Redskins is the one that I had a little bit of an issue with.
is it the Braves that looks like a bad kind of like
Yeah.
70s cartoon?
Yeah. Like a
Yeah,
caricature.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
rid of the caricatures, clean it up, make them look cool and tough and respectable.
I mean,
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's like you're paying homage to the badass quality, not like saying, "Oh, the cartoon," like
yeah,
the cartoon, like
right. Yeah, it's not like you don't have teams like the Fremont Fire Water Drinkers or something
I was
like
gonna
that.
say I wanted to
That'd
give
be
a shout out to our sponsors, Firewater. This is one of our good sponsors, Firewater.
him drink 'em fire water.
Uh, yes, we talked about fighting about women. We talked about Native American mascots. We talked about the LGBTQ community. I mean, we are touching it up tonight. It's a Funkadelic Friday, like no holds barred Friday, right?
Hmm.
Is what I think they call this episode. We do this once a month. The no holds barred Friday, like no, you like take the gloves off.
It's that time again.
It is, isn't it? It comes around. I can't believe it's no holds barred Friday.